Boom.
Start.
3, 2, 1, recording. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerd News. Today we
I
are
thought we were
joined
Nerd
with.
Talk. Why are you saying Nerd News?
Because, we're Nerd Talk as the channel, but I was
So are we
thinking.
Nerd News now?
No, listen. I was thinking, since it's a news video series that we're coming up with, that we are the nerd, this is the Nerd News. We're the Nerd Talk as a channel, but this is the Nerd News, right?
I feel like I should be saying, let's get right into the news.
Yeah, so
Like
let's get
Keemstar.
right into the news.
Oh boy.
Do not copyright. Anyway, going in with the first subject.
Our first episode I'm
Fruit
gonna get copyrighted.
baskets. Yeah, fruit basket being delayed due to the French series.
No one cares about French tennis. No.
There are people who care about the
That's
sport.
good
I
for them, but the anime is more
personally
important.
don't understand why it takes up time from the anime. But if the anime company strategically was thinking that they're going to put it on hold because they don't want to lose views, because think about it, a top streamer gets on. Let's say you're a streamer, you have experience with this.
Yeah.
If a big streamer is playing Paladins and is sucking up all of your views and stuff, you're not going to want to stream that day. You don't want to do that anymore. It's like you take the day off.
Is tennis really that big?
It's smart. Tennis is big. It's very big.
Why?
There's a World Cup and everything.
It's
I
so
don't
boring.
know why. I really don't. Some people enjoy it. I think it would be a fun sport to play, but it would not be a fun sport to watch.
Well, no, hockey I get,
Yeah.
but I don't get tennis.
Because it takes a lot of physical effort to play tennis, and I think it would be amazing to play it and have an experience with it just to try. Maybe we'll try that one day in the far, far future.
We're gonna play tennis.
We'll play some tennis. We'll have a real life series. We'll play some
tennis.
And
I'm Nerd Talk here with sports. Back
with
to you, Zach.
Nerd sports.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, the 2 episodes got released, but you told me you weren't really fully caught up with you watched the full you watched the really old series.
Oh,
I'm a newcomer.
The full 25 episodes.
I'm a complete newcomer to the whole anime. And
so how do you feel about it, being a newcomer?
It's actually really good. I'm actually really enjoying it, so to speak. I think the concept, I know back in the day, the concept was really original. Everybody, all the romance animes with supernatural things kind of probably based it off of the old Fruits Basket. Because I just got finished 2018, I believe. I was the Kokoro, I can't remember the name. It was a bread and breakfast anime. It was 25 episodes where this girl went to another world and she had to cook for these yokai, or because she was afraid of getting eaten, and she was gonna marry this end master. I'm not gonna spoil too much of the show. It was a really good show.
I don't even know that show.
I actually really enjoyed it. It didn't have a good enough ending for me to fully give it a recommendation, because I like those series that an emotional or a big character development happens at the end of the series, and that was not what happened at all. It was lackluster. I think they were planning for a season 2, but I haven't heard any announcements on it. But that and then I started watching Fruits Basket this year, and this year it's only it's already man, where's the time gone? But
oh my God,
I started watching this, and it reminded me a lot of that show, even though I know this is based off of a show that's way older. You can just tell how popular, how original the content was for its time period, for people, for shows to this day still coming out with the same type of concept. And now it's getting a rework. It's kind of nice, I'm sure there's a lot of people that's going to enjoy the show as much as I'm enjoying it right now.
And for me, I like to relive it because they are in different order from what I remember, but it's nice to see them reanimated because they look so good. So I was looking at the pictures online. I was comparing the old to the new, the quality, and the new animation looks fantastic. That's why I was so glad they remake. Cause plus It did. It ended well. Like it ended on a nice note and everything. It was a good ending, but you didn't feel that finality of it because there's so much manga to it that they just I really want them to see what they do with that. I want to see what they like
Yeah.
the new like I can see episodes that I have not seen
Mhm.
yet.
And I heard like the original also because of the way the manga wasn't fully finished, the anime actually the had an anime only ending. It like separated from the manga halfway through the anime series.
Yeah, it
Was that
did.
true?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, but basically we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to get like we're basically a week behind what we should be, but it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of like the tsunami happening back way back when where we had to miss 2 episodes of Naruto, and then they come out with like a 2 week special or whatnot. I don't know if I doubt they're going to actually come out with a 2 week special because of the animation quality that this show has. Naruto did not have good animation quality at all when it come to Naruto Shippuden anyway, especially the later episodes. You could just tell like every single episode just got worse and worse. It was quite sad to be
I mean,
honest,
for
but
me
that's a
though,
whole
like I'm not caught up yet, so for me it doesn't matter for me, I guess personally, because I still have to watch like a couple, like 2 or 3 episodes. So for me, it's like, oh, I can still watch some, and by the time
yeah.
the new one comes out, it's like doesn't matter if I watched three, so just wait for the next one next week.
Yeah. So, who are you really rooting for? Huh? Because it's a harem anime, obviously. It's a reverse harem anime. So, what do you think the main character is going to get with, or who do you hope is going to get
See,
together?
it's weird because in the beginning, you everyone always says Yuki because he's like the gentleman. He like takes care of her, invites her to stay there, and that you want him at first is like but then you meet Kyo, and Kyo, he seems like, he's a bit of an ass at first. He isn't really the best portrayed character because, like, he just comes up as, like, he looks like he's always angry all the time. But as you see him develop, like, Toru really brings out this side of him where he does become a little more, like, he shows himself, and you grow to love him, kind of, like, as he opens up more. He's had a harsh past. He just needs someone like her to, you know, bring out the good side
Mm.
of him.
I mean, I'm definitely rooting for Kyo. He has a much tougher past, not being invited to the family at all and being like completely disowned from the main family line seems kind of bad. But you also have to think about like Yuki's situation where like he doesn't want to be part of the family. He understands the dark parts of the family and stuff. At least from like I don't know what the deep dark parts of the whole thing is, but from what I've seen so far, like it doesn't really seem like a family that you want to be part of. But Kill never got to see that side, so he just wants to be part of it. He thinks that it's a good thing, but really, from Yuki's complete perspective, he knows that it's not a good thing. He doesn't want to be part of it, and he can never get away from being part of the main family, unlike Kyo. And so there's a big rivalry there, and I don't know.
Well, see, that's
It would
also
be
like
really yeah.
the rivalry is not even just from that though. Like if you the one episode I remember watching, it's like Yuki was saying, he just wants to be more of a people person. He's jealous of Kyo because he can be
That
he
too. Yeah.
he's more of a people person, but then Kyo wants to be like Yuki because he's part of the family and
And
people
he's
like him and
better at
stuff.
everything
And
than him. Like he
yeah,
has so much more talent, but
so they're
like
both jealous of
Kyo
each
doesn't
other.
understand.
They
Yeah,
butt
they're both
heads.
jealous of each other. Yeah, it's quite an interesting dynamic. Wouldn't it be funny if like she got together with both of them though?
I mean, that'd be a little complicated,
That
but
I
yeah.
mean, it'd be an interesting twist
But
to
to me,
like the
like,
whole story. Most anime doesn't do that. Is all I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's actually. You know what? I don't think there's a single harem anime that actually ends on a note where there's like a three, like all three of them, or all four of them, or all of them actually fall in love with the character. Unless if you're like really generic and really bad, like isekai anime, like what's that smartphone anime that like he dated like 6 girls and all, but none of them had really
uh,
good character
I
development.
really don't
It was
know.
really not. Yeah, it was really not that good. I don't. Yeah,
With this one, it's like I feel like he'll find somebody else because he is such like you know he seems like a kind-hearted, gentlemanly character. But I think Kyo needs her more than Yuki does, so that's why I'm rooting for him too.
well, yeah. And I think that's where we'll end it off because it's already been 10 minutes. I didn't
Okay.
realize that. So let's move on to the next subject at hand. Skeletal Knight and Another World. What do you think about this? I mean, what do you think about the isekai genre in general? You told me you watched Sword Art Online a little bit before.
Yeah, my first thoughts on reading the article about it, it made me think of sword art, but in a way, it's different, right? Because it says that he awakes in the body of his character, but he's not in the game, right?
No, yeah, he's definitely not in the game. It's more of a Log Horizon situation where he wakes up literally in the same character. He didn't like VR like into the game like Overlord or Sword Art Online. This is
Yeah.
definitely a situation where he's a different human being entirely at this point. If he, well, technically not human because he's a skeleton, but
Yeah, he's like
yeah, you get the
he's a
point.
skeleton knight, as the title says, and by the look of it, 'cause he's wearing his skeletal, he has a skeleton head, but he has all his armor
Hmm.
and his little, was it? What's the little fox
Yeah.
thing? Is it supposed to be like a little minion thingy? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a little pet of his. It also seems like for the picture, it seems like a pretty cheery anime. But if you like, well, not anime, pretty cheery manga. But if you actually look at the description on this article, it also seems like it might be going into the Goblin Slayer route of like darkness type of deal. I don't know. Um, there seems to be like slave trade of elves and like people like helpless villagers getting attacked and stuff. Again, I don't know if he actually depicts that in a story. That could just be like a text block. I'm curious. I'm gonna give the manga a read probably after this post just to see. What about you?
I mean, yeah, like, do you think they'll have it on I use Anime Rock when it comes to reading animes online.
Whoa there, whoa. We're
What?
not endorsing piracy at all here,
What?
everybody. Okay.
Where do you read your stuff? Where do you read your
I
stuff?
read my stuff on crunchyroll.com
Uh,
slash manga.
oh yeah, I can probably. Oh yeah,
Uh,
I'll do that because I know I have a 30-day subscription from Twitch.
yeah, you can also go to Book Reader with our code down, but no, I'm just kidding. We don't have
I
them.
wish. I want
But
sponsors.
hey,
Sponsor
yeah,
us.
yo, whoa. Calm down, calm down. Eventually, in due time, we'll have some really nice times. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely read this. That is for
Yeah.
sure. It is going to be. It will be published by Seven Seas in July. Never mind, it's
Oh.
not even out yet.
Well, whenever it's
Whoops!
out
I
of.
should have read the very end of that article.
Yes,
But
you should
yeah,
have.
it's gonna be $8.99 digitally or $12.99 retail. I hope that
Well,
it goes to Crunchyroll
yeah, because
as
because
well.
like Crunchyroll, I have membership already. I can just go on there and read it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Crunchyroll is so
Okay,
convenient, to be honest. We should be
and now
sponsored
we
by
got.
them because I love them.
And now we should move on to Square Enix. What do you think about like this new game title? We only got to see a tiny teaser, which I will leave in a link down below on this description. But we got to see a tiny teaser. It really doesn't really
It's
show
like
that
15
much.
seconds. Give me
Yeah,
more.
it's literally just trying to poke at your attention span for
Yeah,
the
but I
upcoming
wish it
E3
gave me
event.
more so I knew it's like it just. Are you playing this character like the girl that you see in the trailer, or like is there gonna be other characters? What's the game about? Like I need to know. Like yeah, I'll probably look at the whenever they have like an
Hmm.
actual trailer out, but I
Yeah.
got to know.
I mean, there definitely could be more about this game that me and you just haven't looked up. But
No,
like
I did
this,
look it up. There's not much
you
right
did
now.
try.
I did. I do my
Like because
research.
okay, I was just about to say some games are like you know what I mean. Like some games are based on books and like stuff like that, so you can like look up the source of them. But I just did a quick search while I was talking, and
Yeah.
it does look
Mhm.
like this is a completely original Square Enix game. So we don't really know much. I hope that well, obviously, I think we're gonna get a trailer. The odds of getting an E3
Yeah, we
trailer
should
are
wait for a
pretty
bigger
high.
trailer.
Yeah, because June 10th, we'll probably see what's going to be happening there. And that's all I have to say. Square Enix is a good game company. I love their animation.
Yeah, I would just say I have
in
faith
their
in the
video
game
games.
because like yeah, they've
Yeah,
always made really like top-notch games that I've enjoyed. Like I've played a lot of their games, so I have a feeling it'll be good. I do really want to see more of it if they're gonna release a bigger trailer.
I mean, I know a game I was thinking about Square Enix makes, and that's the Days X series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they make
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they're good. I like their animation. The best animation I can give is like the Final
Oh
Fantasy
yeah, I've seen
games, the
gameplay of
recent
those. They
ones.
look
Like
really
those,
good.
their facial animation is above like almost anyone in the industry so far, except for God of
Exactly.
War.
Well,
Like, how the hell did they do that for God of War? Uh, anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the new consoles, huh?
oh
What do you think
boy, oh
about
boy.
them?
We
Yeah,
don't
so
need new
Todd Howard,
consoles.
yeah, so Todd Howard basically revealed that like he already knows that the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox is going to be coming out pretty soon because they are working on Elder Scrolls 6 already, and I knew that like if they were making a new engine, which it clearly is a new engine, finally it only took them like 10 years
10
or
years,
something.
damn.
They've been using the same engine to make games. Even Fallout 4 was using the same old engine. It's been a very long time. The only game that hasn't used the same engine, that's because it's developed by a completely different company, would be Elder Scrolls Online. It's not even like okay, it's created by the different company. It's still
Mhm.
published by Bethesda, but it's developed by a different company. I think BioWare.
Yep.
I'd have to look it up,
Pretty sure
but
you're right.
um, but yeah, I'm really glad they finally decided to fix their engine. It's probably we know Bethesda. They're not the biggest company that's been known for like really good quality engines that don't have any bugs. Usually they just say, "We're going to create a game, everybody. We're going to throw it at you and we're going to bring you a mod kit and you can
Here,
fix
take
our
it.
mistakes. You can fix our mistakes for us by
Oh
releasing
my god.
unpatched mods."
Yeah.
And it's the truth, but it's the sad truth. And if you look at the new, like most of the updates that came out for the Skyrim Special Edition, it was stolen, like not stolen because it's still their property,
Copied.
but it was basically copied from all the modders that fixed their game for them, and they just
Wow. Lazy
pasted that
work.
stuff. Yeah, so but the community loves them, and I'm sure that they still don't have
I
nothing to
mean,
worry
as
about.
long as the game's fixed, I don't think anyone really cares that much. But like, oh look, hey, my mod was included. I'm sure they might like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But see, I can see why PS5 is needed because like it's been what you said
Well,
7 years since PS4.
they're not getting accredited for the mods, by the way. They're not getting any credit for that.
Well, no, but I mean, if you made the
Yeah.
mod, you know it's yours. You're like, hey, look, there's
You would
mine, even though it's
know.
not
Yeah, I
credited.
get
You
you.
just know.
I get you. Yeah. And what were you saying?
I mean, a PS5, I can see why it would be needed because like it's been what you said 7 years since PS4. But like,
It's been like 6 years since the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out,
but
but the
but
Xbox
the
One X
difference.
came out 2 years ago,
Just gonna say
so there
that
is a bit of difference.
they've
But also
they've released that one.
The PlayStation 4 Pro also came out like 2 years
Oh,
ago.
I didn't see. I'm not a
So
PlayStation person. I didn't even know that. Like, is it the same thing as like the X they like the Xbox did?
It's basically the same thing. The X is a little bit stronger. I believe the PlayStation Pro was trying to combat the Xbox One S that came out, not the Xbox One
Yeah,
X.
but the S was just like it was called that because it's like slim because they made it's a lot. It's like I had
It
one.
had
It's a
higher
lot
specs.
smaller too.
It was smaller, but it was also supposed to have higher specs than the original Xbox.
Well, if it's newer, it's gonna have higher specs. But they did it because it's S
Yeah,
for slim because they wanted a smaller system,
yeah,
which is
I get it.
I loved it. Plus, I liked how it was white because me personally, I like to have like a white console because I think it just
Mhm.
makes it's just brighter looking instead of having like a just
And you
straight
don't
black
have to
one.
worry about the fingerprints or anything like that. So
It does
I
get
can definitely
dirty
understand.
because it's white, but yeah, the fingerprints for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. The dust
Because
gets in
it's
there, you can
white, but
see it. It's like,
yeah,
ugh.
yeah. You can see the
But
dust a little bit easier. I would like my perfect color for a console isn't the stupid glossy crap. And I think the original PlayStation 4 did it pretty good, except for
Mhm.
like there's one strip that's kind of glossy, and it's a very tiny strip.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
really
most
small
of the
though.
yeah, most of the whole console is painted black with like it's matte black, so no fingerprints. You can't see squat on there.
Mhm.
It's really nice. Um, it's a flat black. I guess matte's the same thing. I don't know. I'm not a
I'm
professional
pretty sure.
painter.
I'm pretty sure it's matte. I think you'd just call it matte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the new generation of consoles is needed, and here's why I say that is because even though the Xbox One X came out and the PlayStation 4 Pro came out, and we have new iterations of the consoles, all they've done is they bumped up the some of the stats, but they didn't really change the overall programming, or they didn't really optimize anything else.
Mhm.
So if we have a new generation of consoles that come out, it's going to be more like literally compared to the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4 is a lot more computer like. And I believe that the PlayStation 5 is also going to be a lot more computer like because we're going to the x64 architecture on your mainstream consoles now, which is allowing people to port games from the console. Because let's face it, most of our AAA developers are they make their games optimized for console. They don't just make PC only games. So I'm looking forward to the even though I'm not going to purchase the consoles because we're going to get better PC games
Mhm.
because they're not going to have to like downgrade their game for the consoles more.
But
They're going to be more graphical.
PC is always gonna be top, and I think they're just trying to compete with PCs. And like we have new technology, so they're trying to make their systems more powerful. But all it is competing with them. But I can see why they would need new consoles, especially with like technology constantly changing and like all the new
Yeah,
stuff coming out. They're gonna want to get with the times and update them. Plus, they'll probably be able
exactly.
when new games come out, new games are gonna be different, and you're gonna need to like they need to be able to handle the new games. Like, you know what
I
I mean?
think the biggest competitor that PC gaming has to face is going to be Google Stadia, which is going to boast that they can stream any PC game whatsoever
Mhm.
on their platform service, and you're going to pay probably like a monthly fee or something like that, and you're just going to get access to a bunch of games. That's my speculation. It's probably going to be like a Netflix service, but for games.
Well, we're gonna see though.
And
Like
if
that's
that's going to be the case, yeah, it's just a speculation. But
well,
if
when's that
that is the
conference out? Is
case,
that tomorrow?
what?
Isn't that tomorrow the thing about it?
That is Google Stadia is going to be. Why are you making me look this up
I'm
right
pretty sure
now?
it's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure
It
it's
is
tomorrow.
not tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes, it is tomorrow.
Oh, who is right? I said it was tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm
Of course you
so
were.
I will check that out
Yeah.
tomorrow then, and so I can get some more info on that because I'm curious about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely be posting a update video after the press conference if we have time. She might not be with us, depending on her schedule or something, but I'll definitely
I mean, my schedule's pretty open. Besides the
yeah.
weekend's kind of iffy, but
But
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see. Actually, I can't wait to like because we really don't know much about this Stadia at all.
not yet
I'm not.
anyway.
I'm not a big fan of Google in general because
Really?
they're a data collect.
I
Well,
like
they're
Google.
they're they're a pure data collection company. YouTube, Gmail. They collect so much data, and now we're gonna be letting them collect like what games we play, so they can target us with ads and you know
I mean, they already do
if
that
you're
though. Your
concerned
your
with
computer does that already. Like you get
yes,
ad
yes,
pop-ups related
yes,
to stuff you look up. If you're looking
yes,
up games, you're gonna get ads for it. So it's just gonna
I
be a little
get
more
it.
efficient.
It's just going to be a little bit more efficient, but you also
Yeah.
have to understand that, like, even though they're only collecting data for games, technically speaking, there's nothing in their terms of service that says that they can't only collect data.
Well, that's
When you
why,
purchase a
see,
phone and you accept their terms of service, you're accepting them being able to know your location, being able to know your contacts, being able to know anything that's going on in your
but
phone.
that's why people should technically be. I know I'll say it, and no one's ever gonna do it, but we technically should be reading terms and conditions. No one does, but if we did, we would know
Yes.
what we're getting into. We probably wouldn't do some things that we do because we're like, oh, I don't want to agree to this. But then if you want a product bad enough, you're not going to care about reading the terms, which is the problem. But
Exactly. Yeah, I understand it. And for a lot of people, it's not that big of a concern. But, a data, I think it should always be discussed a little bit. And what place better to discuss than a nerd news? And I
well, I
think
mean, to be honest though, come on, our phones probably record us all the time anyway. We all already kind
oh,
of
they do.
know
They
it.
do.
So like,
Mm,
if something else does, who cares? Like our phones are with us
exactly.
24/7, or
We're,
like
we're,
mine is
we're
anyway.
legit already being like watched by top governmental agencies.
Yeah, which if you're doing
That
nothing
doesn't mean
wrong, then why does it
like
matter? Like
yeah,
I'm all I do is
I
game and chill. So it's like if they
exactly.
don't look at my stuff, it's like, oh whatever, she's just playing games and blah blah blah
I'm
blah.
not really concerned about like the agencies though. Like my biggest concern is because I know the agencies are watching you. Like I'm not concerned with them, literally. Like because like you just said, it is a very good reason that you just pointed out. As long as you're not doing nothing wrong, it really doesn't care if these big companies have your
Yeah,
information.
because when you think about it,
The
okay,
issue,
okay,
hold on. The issue is that there has been times recently that the Federal Bureau of Investigation has been hacked. The Pentagon has been broken into, like files stolen, everything like that, and the NSA even, which is the leader of like data collecting, has also
hmm
been broken into. So it's not my concern that these companies are like doing are like gonna like, oh no, they're gonna catch me doing
you just don't
something
want it
bad.
stole your
uh,
information stolen by the wrong
like
person.
they're collecting all the information that
Yeah,
can then be broken into and stolen by some third party that will do something bad with that information. That's my biggest problem with
that
it.
is a problem, but also like in general about like the whole like companies invading our privacy thing. And in a way, it's not always a bad thing because like I watched a whole documentary on it too, where like there's just one person who like if you're committing crimes, like say if someone's like googling like how to make a bomb or something or how to kill somebody or whatever, that kind of stuff. They need to monitor that because, like, say if like someone does something really bad, you can catch it because they see everything you're doing. But it also isn't a good thing in a way because there's one guy, for an example, is one person who he was writing a script for a crime show and he was looking up how to dismember a body and it was for a show. But then he got invaded by the FBI, like, oh, what are you like, thinking that he was doing something bad. So it's not always a good thing, but I can see the perspective of how it is a protection for people, but sometimes they take it too far.
Mm,
Well, like
yeah, I,
his history was like sandwiches or places he was going. Then one search was like this, and it's like oh, so knock down, let's go bust down his door.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely we have to like understand what should be crossed, what lines should be crossed when it comes to like freedom. Because like let's be honest, we barely have much freedom left in the age of the digital world and just this new age in general. I mean, you say something on social media, and you could be completely and
Your
utterly
career could be
destroyed.
destroyed.
Yeah, like you could like if you have a career, you could like ruin your whole career from saying something, or and I don't mean to bring up too many like controversial topics because
Oh, bring him up.
this is going on for pretty long. Sorry, 20 minutes, but um, I will say that like Vic Mignogno, for example, I don't know the whole deal on that yet because I feel like I think they're still going to court and stuff, but he was accused for like he's taken Funimation and all of them into court. Well, I do because of the fact that like they said that he was cheating, I think, or like he was. I forget, man. I forget the whole thing now. Dang it. Either way, they tried to like they completely got rid of him. Oh, he was hitting on fans or something, sexual harassment, and they he got fired from being Crow on Ruby. I'm not even gonna watch Ruby anymore because literally he was my favorite character.
Hmm.
And he just completely got fired outright from being that character. And I'm not gonna literally like listen to some other person be Crow. I don't stand for that. And also, Funimation fired him from all of his gigs and breached contracts. You can't just fire a person and breach a contract
Was it even
that they have
proven?
written up. And Funimation did their own personal in corporate investigation, like publicly type of deal, and they had to publicly announce that they did not find anything on him. And that was
Yeah,
the moment. That was the moment that he sent them like he said, "I'm sending you a suit because
because they
he's gonna
had no
sue them
proof. That's like that's
because
wrongful
they
termination of
had
his
no proof.
job.
It's defamation. It's defamation of his character, of his like person.
Hmm.
Like they ruined his entire life over one woman's comments because that woman hated him, type of deal. The Bulma, I think it was, and I don't ever watch Dragon Ball Z. Well, I loved Dragon Ball Z, the dubbed and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I won't watch Dragon Ball Super dubbed. I'll watch it in subbed. I will not watch it in dubbed because why would I? Type of deal.
I mean, most people who watch anime don't typically watch it dubbed.
But that was
A
the
lot of
only
like huge
show
anime
I
fans are
watched
like,
dubbed, and Goku was awesome in the dub and everything like that. And Goku and Bulma both were like, just completely wrecking on him and like saying the most disgusting, hateful things to the man on Twitter. And yeah,
that's horrible.
but that's my whole point is like we don't have much freedom anymore. Witch hunts are going on all the time. You might be completely innocent. Hell, me and you might be really like might eventually get like 100,000 subs or something, and someone like finds a picture of you that, or someone that looks like you that's fully nude or something, and like tries to like completely ruin your character or like ruin our fame because they just want to get at you because you have something they don't. That's the type of society and community we live in at this point.
I see. My example wasn't even really that bad. My example I was thinking of, because yours, like, sexual harassment and stuff.
Yeah,
The only example I was thinking about was my first thought was about like not sure her career wasn't really ruined, but like I was looking forward to seeing the reboot of Roseanne, and I didn't watch it at all.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know, it's a really old sitcom from like I don't know.
Dan, no.
But they rebooted it like a couple years ago, but then they took it down because the main character, her name actually is Roseanne. I forget her last name, but she made a racist tweet, and then because I don't know who's it was to some important person. I don't remember the name. I have the details about it, but she made a racist tweet, and then because of that, they canceled the show. So everybody who was on the show lost
Lost a job.
that job. Everybody who was on it because the show was
Honestly,
completely
that's
canceled.
so freaking messed
It's
up.
like it's
Like I
one
know she should
tweet,
have made the comment. Like I know she shouldn't
but
have
she
made the tweet to
deleted it
begin with.
too, and it's
Like
like she
why?
said sorry, but then they still
Yeah,
canceled it. And
yeah.
it's
Like
like
sorry. Like
one mistake, and it's
who
like, oh,
knows?
show's gone, bye.
Like, do we know the full story about that? Did she just blatantly like, I'm just gonna say this
We
racist
don't know the
thing,
full
or was she
thing.
drunk?
It was just like
She could
yeah,
have been drinking at a bar or something. Hell, someone could have took her phone while she was drinking and was like, "Oh, you want to do something funny?" And they like post something hilarious that no one could take seriously, but
yeah,
the
but
whole
yeah,
world took it
but all
seriously,
the like
and
the
she
people
deleted
who
it, and yeah.
yeah, but all like the people who were fans of the old show were probably excited to be like, oh look, they're making a reboot, awesome. But then it's taken down because of one tweet, and it's like, are
Yeah.
you serious? So it's one tweet,
Like
and
one tweet has the power to take down the whole series.
like,
I
could you
honestly
imagine?
don't
Just
understand that.
imagine like right now, one of your favorite shows. Okay, say if like you're older, like 20 years from now, and like they reboot it,
Yeah.
and then wouldn't you be so excited? But then you're like, oh no, it's canceled because the main actor or actress, effed up, and it's gone. Wouldn't that upset you? That'd be so
I'd be
upsetting.
pissed.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
Roseanne was like my mom's time show, and I watched it too, and it was like, oh, cool reboot. It's like, nope, never mind. Well, you get like a few
Man.
episodes.
But I think we're gonna have to wrap it up now. I mean,
Yeah, it's almost 11.
yeah.
So
We're recording this at night. Late at night.
yeah,
If
because we took
for
forever to set up, and we made
yeah.
everything today, other stuff.
All
It
right,
looks good.
everybody. Let me know if you want me to do, or I don't know. Did you say you were gonna read the? Yeah, you said you were gonna read the manga. Maybe we'll do like a little manga overview or analysis
Yeah,
of
like
the first
whenever
chapter
it
of
comes
the
out, I'll check
series
it out
when it
on.
comes out.
Actually, what I'm
Yeah,
thinking, I'm gonna grab. Okay, if you have, do you just need one membership? Is it just Crunchyroll in general, or do you need a membership for both?
I think you need a membership. No, it's just one for Crunchyroll manga. You just need to have premium.
Okay, which I
You'll
have
be
that, so I'm
good.
gonna grab Crunchyroll manga.
And
So
if
when it comes out, I'll bookmark it.
anybody wants a guest pass, just let me know. I have plenty of them, unfortunately. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll send you a little DM with a guest pass to whoever gets the first comment.
Can
Ooh,
I have
giving
one
a
next
giveaway.
month?
Look at that. No.
Why not? I only have 30 days. I don't want to pay for it.
After your 30 days, I'll give you
Cool.
one. Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the Nerds News. I almost stuttered my words there, but I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, you know what to do.
Get
Just hit
nerdy
that
with us.
subscribe
Do,
button.
do,
Oh
do, do, do,
yeah.
do,
Hit that
do,
bell
do, do,
button
do, do.
and hit that like button. And I'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.